Hi guys, it's Karen. I want to talk about the horrible, scary, ugly word discipline. Discipline makes you think of the army, boot camp, right? Makes you think of, I don't know, Catholic nuns with those rulers, the snack in your hands, right? It just sounds all bad, discipline. Alcoholics and addicts are undisciplined people, and that's part of the problem. You know, we want to have fun, we want to feel good, and we want to do it our way all the time. And when you get sober, one of the best things you can do, and it's funny because once you start doing it, you crave it. You love it so much. It feels so safe and so secure that you just love it. It's discipline. Now, when I ran the treatment center, one of the things I did was I encouraged everyone when they got up in the morning to make their bed. Why? Because I thought I was their mother. No. It's a habit. We had a schedule and we did things every day the same way. Now, at first, it was always hard. The new people always missed the morning meetings. I don't want to get up. I'm not getting up. They'd get up. They wouldn't make their bed. You know, I didn't make them make their bed, but I suggested make your bed, right? Keep your place clean. Pick up. God, alcoholics and addicts. I mean, just, ugh. You know, and I was that way too. I didn't care about anything. And you need to start getting into that habit of doing things because it's good for you. And it feels good. Not doing things because it feels good, because it's usually not good for you. Does that make sense? So let me explain. Once you start getting into a discipline, it feels fantastic. But you got to have a plan. That's what I like about discipline. I like that. I like to get up in the morning. I do pretty much the same thing. I really like when I listen to Mel Robbins. Mel Robbins talks about keeping your phone in the closet or in the bathroom. Or downstairs in the kitchen or wherever your kitchen is, because she likes it when, she likes it when she wakes up. Her go-to was to grab her phone and start looking at her phone. And she didn't like the way that made her feel. And she was answering emails and texts without thought. You know, you think you're awake, but you're texting and writing emails even for work that you should not be writing until you've had a cup of coffee and you've been up for a while. So she changed that in her life. And I like that. I like that we all have the ability to do this. It's not something like you have to get up at 7 because you might work graveyard. So maybe you get up at a different time. But for alcoholics and addicts, especially new, that kind of routine is safer. Okay, so I always tell people, what's your plan? The first thing I show people that ask me for help or want me to sponsor them is I show them the morning pages. And on the morning pages out of 86, 87, and 88 of the big book of Alcoholics Anonymous, it says on awakening, we think about our day ahead. We think about the 24 hours ahead. Okay, that's what you really need to do. Okay, today, what's going on in my world today? I'm waking up and I am going to make my bed. First thing I do is I go to the bathroom and I put in my contacts. I brush my teeth and put in my contacts, and then I make my bed. Then I get dressed, right? And usually while I'm doing that, I listen to my morning meditation, this On Awakening. And I think about the 24 hours ahead. What is my day like? Well, first thing for me is I got into the meeting habit. And so I go to 2 meetings a day. I go to a 7 a.m. and a 5:30. So right off the bat, I know that's going to be in my day, right? And then I know I have to go to work. I might have to go to the dry cleaner. I might have to stop at the grocery store. So I kind of in my mind kind of set up, what is Karen's day today? If I have something special to do, like let's say I have a birthday party to go to for a work colleague, right? And it's after work. So I kind of think in my head, what am I doing today, right? I don't just get up and wing it, because the first thing to go is meetings. But if I've already thought about it, I'm up, I'm getting dressed, and then I go to my 7 a.m. meeting on Zoom or in person now. Since the pandemic, I've got a lot more flexibility, and I will do that. And then I will work, and I'll kind of go through my day like that. Like, what do I have to do today? Who do I have to think about? What do I have to do next? And when I go to the birthday party, I think about it. Like, okay, I'm going to go to that party tonight, but I go to a 5:30 meeting. So I'm just going to let them know I'm coming at 6:30 after the meeting. Oh, the host says, no problem. People aren't going to get there until about 6 anyway. So we'll see at 6:30. Okay. I'm putting my life around my meetings, not my meetings around my life. Okay. And then, so I go to my meeting and I know I'm going straight to the party. Now there's going to be drinking there. So I am going to take my car, right? I'm thinking ahead. I'm planning. I've got some discipline about this. I make sure I've got gas. Now I know I've got gas in my car so I can take my car, because I knew in the morning that I was going to take my car, right? So I take my car to the party. So in case it gets crazy and I feel uncomfortable, I can leave. If I can't take my car is broken, a colleague is insisting to pick me up, I make sure I have an Uber app on my phone and it's connected to my credit card or my debit card, which has some money on it, so that I can easily get an Uber out of there. Plan B. Okay? You always have a plan B when you're newly sober. I'm going to go to this party and I'm probably going to stay for 40 minutes, 45 minutes. I'm going to go at 6. I'm out of there at 6:45. People will be drinking. I don't want to stay. I'll drop off my gift and I'll slip out and they're probably not even going to know I'm gone, right? Maybe I'm going to stay longer, but I'm leaving at 9. I tell myself, if I don't leave at 9 and I end up staying because I'm having a great time, I have to be home by 10 because I work tomorrow. So I'm going to be in bed at 10, no matter what time I leave. And if I don't bring my own car, I'm taking an Uber home. It doesn't matter. I've got money on my card and I already know. I've got an Uber app and I know the address. So I'm prepared. So I don't feel victimized when I get there and I realize, oh my God, or even victimized about, after work, I can't go to the meeting because I didn't realize I don't have any gas. And I told them I was going to be there. So now I got to go get gas. And then I didn't get a birthday card. And that is alcoholic living. When you're setting yourself up for failure. Think ahead. Get a plan. Keep it simple. Right? Let's say I'm newly sober and I have to go to a funeral and it's terrible because it's my favorite aunt and I'm devastated. Okay, I'm going to go, but I'm going to ask my friend, Leanne, who's in the program, if she'll go with me. If Leanne can't go, I'm going to ask my brother to go. He's going to be there. Maybe he can just sit with me, right? Because I'm not doing that great about this. I'm pretty upset. And as soon as it's over, there's a 9 o'clock late meeting at Fellowship Hall. I can go straight from the funeral to Fellowship Hall, hit the 9 o'clock, be out of there by 10, go home, hop in bed, be to work the next day. See, I've got a plan. So in my mind, I already know that if I'm crying and I'm hysterical at the meeting, I'm going to get in my car at the funeral, I'm going to get in my car and I'm going to drive to the meeting. I have a plan. Otherwise, I might leave the funeral and be overwrought and alone, no brother, no Leanne, no one with me. And I might just think I'll stop by the Apple Barrel or Applebee's, the neighborhood haunt, and see if Tom, the old bartender's there so he can talk to me. Because I'm so lonely and I'm so sad, right? So do you see what I mean? Have a plan. Make a plan and then have a plan B. Discipline. Discipline. Get disciplined. Get disciplined about your meetings. Get disciplined about your boundaries, right? Get disciplined about, for me, I'm very disciplined about if I'm on a date, and someone's drinking that I'm with and they want to drive, I'm not getting in the car with them. I'll drive. And if you're insisting you drive because you're the man and you're going to drive, then I'm taking a cab home or an Uber, because I'm not getting in the car with someone that drinks, because I don't need any more trouble, right? I don't want trouble. Trouble equals resentment, fear, self-pity. Oh my God, why does this always happen to me? Right? My life is so bad. I don't do that. I mean, it's the same, when I got sober, I'll tell you a little story here. I don't want to go on too long about this. But this discipline really was something learned. I didn't know this. I would have thought I was disciplined. But in regards to recovery, routine is important. And when I first got sober, I got a year, and I was supposed to go to a woman's house. My parents, I was young, I was in my 20s, and my parents drove my car down from Washington to California, and they drove it down for me. So I had my car, and I was supposed to go and go to a meeting, and my girlfriend was going to give me my 1-year cake, right? So it was all about me, and I was and I didn't have any kind of plan, and I was just my normal alcoholic self. And so I got all dressed up and I ran out to my car, and my battery was dead. And I had a fit. I'm surprised I did not relapse that day. I sat on the curb and cried. I was out of my mind. I was missing my own party. Here I've stayed sober for a year and I'm going to miss my cake, right? And I called my sponsor called me and said, "Hi, why aren't you here?" "My battery's dead. Ah! I hate car trouble. I can't take it. I can't stand it." She was like, "Jesus." And she said, "Pull yourself together." And she says, "We'll talk about this later." And I was so victimized by that. And then later we met, and I told her, I said, it's always something for me. My life just never works out. And she says, "Have you ever heard of AAA?" And I said, "What?" And she said, "AAA, it costs like $44 for a year. I don't care that you're just a waitress and you don't have any money. You're like a waitress at I was in my 20s. It was like a job. I was living paycheck to paycheck and tips to tips, And she says, it's not that much to take $44 and buy yourself a break for the year. And then if your battery goes dead, you just call AAA. You don't have to live in drama anymore," is what she told me. And I did get AAA, and I've had it ever since. It's that kind of stuff in sobriety that seems like common sense, but it's new behavior for an alcoholic, because we are used to living in drama. So by this discipline of doing the same thing, like making sure you have gas in your tank, making sure you have a couple bucks cash on you, making sure that your clothes are washed, you do that every Saturday so that you've got clean clothes for work, you're not so hectic, you're not such a nut, and then make a plan B. So there's no wiggle room in there for your mind to tell you should just drink. Fuck it. And I'm not kidding. I mean, I'm laughing because, God, it's just crazy what we get upset about. And it seems like really bad, horrible things can happen in our life and we're fine. But we break a shoelace and we lose our mind, right? So you want to set yourself up for success. All right? Get some discipline in your life. Make a plan and stick to it. All right? Have a great day. Bye.